Sally here. So today I'm going to do a relaxing candlelit Pilates class for you, which I would normally do in my classes at the end of every term. So I'm doing this for Easter. So if you'd like to join me on this, if you have some candles, find a nice quiet room, light your candles, dim the lights, and we're going to try and get you nice and relaxed and calm. So we're going to start off standing up. So set your feet apart, make sure they face towards the front, spread out your toes, feel nice and light on your feet, and then push your shoulders gently down your back. So you just relax there through your neck, through your arms and through your legs. So hold that position, take a deep breath, breathe in through your nose and then exhale through your mouth, and just feel your feet sinking down, down, down into the floor and relaxing completely around your jaw. Breathe in again, in through the nose. So you can smell the candles then if you've got those in the room, and then as you breathe out, just feel really calm in your mind as well as in your body, so you can completely relax your brain. We'll do two more. Deep breath in. And then slowly exhale, breathing out through your mouth, relaxing right down to your fingers, just spreading out those toes as you've got equal weight on both legs. Do one more of those deep breaths in through your nose. And then nice and calm as you breathe out through your mouth, relax your jaw, relax your neck, standing tall and steady, feeling good posture throughout your body, feeling comfortable in every part of your body, and slowly letting that last bit of air go. So now just breathe normally, and we're going to loosen up all of your body and stretch each part. So we're going to start off down at your foot, keeping the toes on the floor, just circle one leg round, and you've got all the weight on the other leg. So you're just keeping the toes down for a bit of support, and that's loosening your ankle, your knee and your hip. So I'm going to change over to the other side, moving the weight onto one leg and then circling the other one round with your toes still in contact with the floor. So bring yourselves over to the centre. Now I'm going to tap the toes on the first leg about 5 times with the heels still on the floor. Then change to the other leg, little taps with just your toes. Change that now so we tap the heel and it brings your knee in front. So go a little bit slower, and again about 5 times. And then with the other leg, the heel is tapping and the toes are still on the floor, and your knee will bend in front. Going back to the first leg, I'm going to do toe, heel, toe, heel. So you alternate those two, again about 5 times before you change it to the other side. So it's toes and heel, bending your knee as you lift your heel, and a straight leg as you lift the toes. And then bringing it back to the centre. Taking each arm now, we're going to start to circle round with your shoulder. So just alternate your arms as you roll your shoulder back. And now with both arms at the same time, circle round your hands at your wrists and just swirl and rotate them round. Taking your hands now, clenching your fists and then spreading your fingers out. So just curling them up into a ball and then spreading out your fingers wide. And then just shake your arms down beside you. Take both arms up here to the centre and lean over to each side. Just gently moving the whole upper part of your body from one side to the other. Do 2 more of those, and then when you get back to the centre, just leave your arms out nice and wide and turn them round as far as they'll go in each direction, trying to relax your neck and shoulders at the same time. Try that once more, then bring your arms back down to your sides. You're going to put your hands on your hips, and from here I'm going to circle your hips round and round. So you're pushing your hips and bottom out to the side, the front, other side and the back. Take it round in the other direction and keep your knees soft so that you can allow your body to move freely all the way round. Bring it back to the centre, and from here lean over to each side. Still got the hands on the hips. Try 2 more of those, and then when you get back to the centre, you're going to just bend at the hips and lean forwards and backwards. Don't have to go back very far, just feel what's comfortable in your back, but just keeping straight legs. You bend in from the hips. And again, and then come back to the centre, put your hands on your thighs, just sliding down to the knees, bringing over your head, and then you can lean on your knees and suck your abs in to get a curved back. Slide gently back up so you're straight again, pushing your shoulders back down. So as you bring your hands down, bring over your head, look at your thighs, and then just get to the knees and suck your abs in to create a curved back. Sliding back up to the top of the legs, pushing back your shoulders. So try one more, just sliding down the thighs, resting your hands on your knees and then rounding your back over. Sliding gently back up and pushing back your shoulders. So standing up now, nice and tall, keep your shoulders pushed down. We're going to bring your feet a bit closer together, picking one leg up, circle your foot round at the ankle, keeping as steady as you can by tightening your abs. Let's try that with the other leg. So holding it up as you swirl and circle your foot round there at the ankle. I'm going to go back to the first leg, keeping those abs tight, relax your foot, circle round now underneath your knee. And then try that on the other leg. So standing up nice and tall and then swirling the leg round under the knee with your foot relaxed. Taking your whole leg now, we're going to keep the leg straight, going back to this leg, circling the whole leg round from the hip. So again, just pull your abs in here to keep yourself steady and then change to the other leg. Swirling the whole leg round and round, nice and smooth, and then bringing it back down to the floor. Standing steady again, taking your head over to one side, down across the middle to the other side, and then going back round the other way. Just gently, without leaning backwards, tilting that head down and round. And then when you get back to the centre, just relax here in the middle. Okay, so now you need to bring yourself down onto the floor. So we're going to do the next section lying down on our backs. So bring yourselves down onto the ground, and I want you to lay down with your knees bent and your legs hip width apart. So just relax into that position. We're going to start with your back in its natural curve, which is your neutral spine. Keeping your feet relaxed without pushing them into the floor. Just want you to tilt your pelvis forwards and backwards. So I'm just tilting here and tucking under and then arching the back up a little bit, but nothing excessive. So we don't want to push weight through the feet, and you're trying not to move your head up and down the mat. So it's just a little rock through the lower part of the back. You can feel the base of your spine running up and down the mat. So do 2 more of those. Keep your jaw relaxed and then settle back in the middle. Put your arms a bit wider, and then when you tilt your pelvis side to side, your knees will swing side to side and your lower back will roll across the floor. So that's then tipping your hips and pelvis from left to right, keeping the feet on the floor, and they're just lightly touching your mat there as you roll across the bottom of your feet. So still no weight through there. And then come back to the centre. So I'm going to put those 2 things together and take the pelvis round in a circle so you can feel the weight rolling round on the lower back. It might move your head a little bit, and you're going to move your hips round and round in a circle. Go back in the other direction so you can feel the weight underneath your lower back circling round. Your knees move a little bit, just let them go with the motion, and then settle back in the middle. So we're going to settle nicely there in the centre of all those positions that you just went in. You can bring your arms back beside you, and we're going to take the first leg, straighten it out along the floor, slide it back in and kick it up to the ceiling, and keep doing that a few times with the same leg. So I'm doing that nice and lightly, skimming the floor and then kicking up to the top, no weight pushing through the other leg. So it's just using this hip on the first leg. Make this the last one, and then leave your foot on the floor with a bent knee. So we'll try the other leg, sliding out along the floor and then a kick up to the ceiling, always coming back in each time. So you go out and in along the floor and then up and down to the top. So it comes from the hip, straightening and bending your leg, keeping the other leg light on the floor the whole time, and your back stays in that neutral position throughout. So there's none of that tilting of the pelvis that you did a minute ago. Last one. Leave that foot then back down on the floor and just let it relax there with the feet apart. So now we're going to put your arms out a little bit wider. With the feet together, let your knees then go nice and wide, and keeping the knees wide, roll across your lower back. So you swing the knees side to side, but I'm keeping a gap between the knees. So they're staying apart and the bottoms of the feet will just touch each other and rub together. Keeping both shoulder blades on the mat, so you're not twisting at all through the top half of your body, just through the centre and the lower half. So I'm going to stop over on the right side. So if you leave over on the right, I've still got a gap between the knees, so the right leg then is going to be quite close to the floor. Stay in there, still got both shoulders down, kick your left leg up in the air and just go up as high and as straight as you can manage, and then circle your left foot round at the ankle. So just swirl that round up there and take it the other way, and then bend that leg, bring that one down. I've still got the knees apart. I'm going to go back to rolling across the lower back a few times, so just keep switching sides. The shoulders are still glued to the mat. And now we're going to stop on the left side. So let's lean over on the left hip and kick the right leg up in the air and start to circle that foot. So just swirling that round up nice and high before it goes round in the other direction. And then relax your foot, bend your knee, put your feet back together, and I've still got the knees wide, and we'll go back to rolling across the lower back a few more times, keeping the arms out, keeping the shoulders down, and just moving gradually from one side to the other. So I'm going to stop again on the right side, leaning on the right lower back, kick the left leg up in the air, and this time bend and straighten your left leg, just keeping the foot relaxed. So depending on how far over you've gone will depend at what angle you kick your leg up to. Just bend and straighten the leg. And then leave that leg bent, bring that foot back to the other foot, roll back across your lower back again a few more times. And just keeping the knees wide as before. So getting ready then to stop to the left side again. So lean over on that side, your right leg goes up, and then bend and straighten the right leg. Just leaving the left knee over to that side with the hips aiming towards the left. And the last one, leave that leg bent, bring it down, and then when you get back to the centre, just settle there in the middle, leave the knees wide for an extra couple of seconds so you can feel the stretch on your inner thighs, and then bring the knees back up together. So I'm going to leave the arms out wide, the legs are now together, and they'll swing together from side to side as you just let them go gradually across, and the weight moves across your lower back. The feet are still on the floor. So just feel what's comfortable for your back and how far you want to go. And we're going to do similar to what we did when you had the knees wide a minute ago. So I'm going to stop on the right side. Now your knees might only be a little way over. They might be right over near the floor. Just feel what's comfortable through here on the left side of your back. Keeping the left shoulder down. Kick the top leg, that should be your left one, out towards the right. And if you haven't gone over as far, that's going to be a lot higher up. Doesn't matter where it is, but circle that left foot round now, and that's really going to stretch here. Circle it the other way on the left side of your waist, getting a big stretch. Okay, bend that leg so the knees are back together, and do a few more times swinging from side to side with the legs staying together. So again, just feel how far you want to go over. And then the next time we get to the left side, we're going to leave the knees hanging over to that side. So feel how far over you want to go. Once you've stopped, you can kick your top leg, your right one, out, and then as you circle round, and you may want that leg up a bit higher and not too far over, but feel that really pulling on the right side of your waist. Go the other way with your foot, circling it round at the ankle, and then legs back together, and let's roll a few more times from side to side, just letting the knees swing across together, and again just moving as far as you feel is comfortable through your waist and lower back. And we're going to stop again, so we go to the right side, let your knees hang over there, keep the left shoulder down, then the top leg kicks out, and this time I'm bending and straightening that leg, kicking off towards the opposite side, and just really feeling that pull through the waist. Leave that leg bent, leg legs together. Do a few more rolls across the lower back and the feet. So there's still no movement in the head and shoulders. Your arms out there to help steady you throughout all of these twists. We leave the legs now over on the left side, so your knees aimed that way, leaning on that hip, and then we kick the right leg out, bending and straightening the right leg. Keep the shoulders down and just breathing normally. Keep your jaw relaxed while you feel your waist stretching. Leave both knees bent and then just come back to the center. Settle comfortably there in the middle and relax. So bringing your arms back in, I'm going to pick both legs up now and hold both knees. And just gently pull your knees in and out towards your chest. You can do that with the legs together. You can do that with the knees wider if that's easier. And just lifting your bottom a little bit off the mat, keeping your jaw relaxed. So I'm just pulling in and then just go back as far as you can where your arms are then straight, but without going any further. So don't let go of your knees. And do 2 more of those. So that will just stretch the lower back after all those twists you did. And then take your legs round carefully in a circle, using your arms to pull the legs in and out, and then take it in the other direction. So just roll around carefully and then stop. Coming back to the middle, put your feet back down on the floor and lay your arms beside you. So I'm going to put the right leg only up in the air, leave the left one light on the floor, and then just gently swing that leg forwards and backwards without bending your knee any more than it was at the start, and just feeling the back of your thigh. I'm going to grab that leg now in both hands, pulling the leg towards you and stretching the thigh right to its limit. The same leg, I'm not going to change legs yet, just bend your knee, let go, and then bring the knee again in and out. So that might feel like it comes in a bit further with the leg bent. Still try not to push through your left foot. And do 2 more. And then I'm going to grab over the top of the knee and just bring that leg in even further towards your tummy and your chest. Let go of that one, and we'll do that on the other leg. So put your left leg up in the air first, swinging the leg forwards and backwards up at the top, feeling the back of the thigh each time it swings in towards you. Do 2 more before you grab hold of the back of your thigh and just pull the leg in as far as you can. Bending the knee now, let go, and then a bent leg swings in and out. So just letting that swing in as far as it can. You don't need to swing back too far. Just bringing the leg in and out, forwards and backwards. And the last one, let's grab hold of the knee now and pull the leg in towards you. And then let go. Place that one back down on the floor. So I want you to push yourselves up. Come and sit now, and just sit comfortably either with your legs crossed or your legs out in front. So I'm going to take your right arm out here in front and then bringing it in and out, so you tap your fingertips on your shoulder. So do 2 more of those. On the last one, leave your hand to your shoulder. Using your other hand, just push your hand behind you at the back down, pushing on the elbow so it stretches through the back of the arm. We'll do that with the other side. Start with your arm out, bringing it in and out and tapping your hand on your shoulder. So I'm just bending and straightening at the elbow. Do 2 more, and then we'll leave your hand there. Push with your other hand on this elbow. Push the arm back so it stretches through the back of your arm here with this hand behind the head. And then bring it back down. So this time, take your hand, we're going to pull the fingers back and relax. So I'm pulling the fingers back like this, just pulling them with one hand and stretching through your wrist and your forearm. Pull and then let go. Pull and then hold it with your hand pulled right back like this, just as far as you can manage. Feel it right through your wrist. So with the other hand, palm out, pulling the fingers back and then letting go. So I'm just pulling the hand down and then let go. Stretch it back, pull and relax, pull and release. And then hold it with your hand pulled right back, so you can feel it all through here, and just pulling back as far as you can feel it comfortable there. Okay, take one arm now like this, and we're going to slice it over to the other side, so it's swinging across that shoulder. I'm only moving the arm, still sitting up straight, just slicing it across, and then leave it across and just push with your other hand just above the elbow. That'll stretch right into your shoulder and upper back, and let go. So with this arm, we slice it across and pull back, just bringing your hand over above the other shoulder, and now leave it over there with your fingers just above the elbow, and then push your arm across until you can feel the shoulder on this top arm. And now with both arms, we cross them over, we squeeze back, cross, squeeze back, cross, pull back. So I'm going to hold it now with the arms crossed over and just bringing them over to each side, widening across the shoulders, and then we'll hold it with the squeeze back. So pinch your shoulder blades together, keeping the shoulders down, and now relax. I'm going to lean over to one side, so I'll do 5 all on the same side. I place this hand on the mat, all on the same side, just swinging your arm over the top of the head so it stretches the other side of your waist, and 2 more. So on the final one, we'll leave it over there, lean into the floor with the lower arm, and as you stretch over, your waist will stretch on that top side. So we change sides, leaning on the floor, so 5 again, coming over the top of your head, just sweeping your arm over, and with the other hand then balancing on the floor. So this is your last one, leave your arm over the top of the head, stretch right into your waist. I'm going back to the first side, but the arm that comes over is coming across to the front instead. And again, we've got 5. This will stretch more into your upper back instead of your waist. So we'll leave it on the last one and reach across there, past the face and over to the opposite front corner. And the same on the other side, reaching across and back, just stretching your arm out. Other hand is on the floor to balance you. And this is your last one, so reach right over there and just stretch across. And then come back down. So place your hands now on your shoulders, circle round and round like this with your elbows, just getting nice movement there through the shoulder joint. Go back the other way. And then when you bring it down here, we'll lift the elbows up and down, sitting up nice and straight through your spine. And now leave your elbows down and swing them forwards and backwards there, like a little swing, swinging underneath the shoulders. And then bring them all the way down and relax. So staying seated on your mat, we're just going to do some stretches for your back, your lower back and for your legs. So start off by taking your right leg straight out in front, and then the left leg can either be here or you can rest it out to the side with your foot on the inside of the leg. So with the left leg, we're going to just point and flex your foot, bringing that foot up and down, forwards and backwards, and then leave it with your foot flexed so your heel is hovering just above the floor, and that'll stretch right through the back of the leg. Now bring the heel down and just gently point your foot, placing both hands on the right thigh. We're going to slide down the front of the leg, leaning over with your head aiming towards your leg and just rounding your back. And then slide back up. So let's slide down there again, and we'll stay there and take a couple of deep breaths. So slide down the leg, rounding over, reaching down as far as you can. Stay there, take a deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale through your mouth, just suck your abs in and round your back a little bit further. Breathe in again. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, just pull your belly button in and just really round your back. And then bring yourselves all the way back up. So I'm going to swap the legs over. So with the left leg out straight, the right leg bent, either here or you can leave it there if it doesn't want to turn out. And then point and flex your left foot. So bringing that foot forwards and backwards. Leave it now with your foot flexed so your heel is skimming the floor and hovering just above the ground. Bring the heel down, gently point your toes, hands then on the left thigh, sliding down the front of the leg, rounding over, and just stay there for a second or two the first time before you slide all the way back up and sit up tall. So we'll go down again and then take those 2 deep breaths this time. Slide down the front of the leg, rounding over the top with your head aiming in the direction of the left leg. Breathe in through your nose. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, suck your abs in and really round your back further over. So inhale again. And as you exhale, pull right in towards your back, sucking in your abs, curving your back and stretching it long. Gently then slide up the back of the leg and now straighten out both legs. So just rest your hands on the floor while you point and flex both feet at the same time. Leave your feet then flexed so your heels are just skimming above the floor. Tight through the back of both legs and through the feet. Heels down, gently point your toes, one hand on each leg this time. Slide down the front of the legs, rounding your back as you lean over, resting the hands on the legs. Sliding all the way back up and sit up straight again. This time we'll take a couple of deep breaths while we're down there. So slide down, round over as far as you can. Inhale through your nose. And as you breathe out through your mouth, pull your belly button in and really push into your back. Breathe in again. And then as you breathe out, keep your back rounded, keep your head down, suck your abs in and let that air go. Sliding all the way back up, sitting up tall. I'm going to take both legs out wide, just as wide as you're comfortable with. Both feet again, pointing and flexing at the same time. So you can leave your hands here, or you can have them on the floor. Just bringing the feet up and down. Leave it with both feet flexed and the heels skimming the floor, same as before. And then as you bring down the heels, point the toes. So again, one hand on each leg, and we're going to feel your inner thighs as well now as we lean down over the front of each leg. Slide all the way back up and sit up as straight as you can, shoulders back, and this time stay down. So slide down, rounding over, head down. Inhale through your nose. And as you breathe out, suck in your abs, push into your back and keep the head down. Breathe in again. And then as you breathe out, slowly rounding that back right over, sucking in as deep as you can. And then breathe normally and bring your hands, head all the way back up. Well done, well done. Just stay there nice and comfortably and we'll take a couple of deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, just slide your shoulders down and feel all relaxed around your neck. Breathe in again. And then slowly breathing out, feeling nice and calm, feeling nice and relaxed. Try one more deep breath in. And then gently breathing out and just feeling calm, feeling relaxed, feeling peaceful. Well done. So for the last 5 minutes, we're going to do a bit of mindful meditation just to completely calm your mind, de-stress, just make you feel nice and relaxed. So you can do this last bit either sitting on a chair or lying down on the floor. If you find it more comfortable to lay down, you can either have your knees bent or your legs straight. If you prefer to sit, you can sit either on the mat or you can sit on a chair. So I just want you to get yourselves as comfortable as possible. So if you're laying down, make sure your legs are relaxed, you're not pushing through your feet, either bent legs, straight legs, doesn't matter. And then have your arms relaxed beside you. Make sure your neck is comfortable. You can support your head under a pillow if you like, or a cushion, or you can just leave it on the mat. But relax your jaw and relax your shoulders. So I then want you to just close your eyes, and you're going to keep your eyes closed for the whole way through this section. So making sure that your whole body is relaxed and comfortable. There's no tension in any part of your body. Your eyes are closed and you've just cleared your mind. So in this position, I want you to inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. And then you exhale through your mouth for a count of 2. And do this several times. So you're inhaling through your nose for a count of 4. times. Just feeling that air going gently in and out and clearing out your mind. Focusing just on that breath. Now just continue to breathe naturally and imagine a white light coming up from the earth and drawing into your body. Feel its warmth as it enters your body, starting at your feet and up through your legs. Feel it sink into each muscle and every fibre of your body. Continue to draw it upwards through your calves, knees, thighs. Feel it dissolve stress and tension as it travels, as if you are sitting in a warm bath. Let it flow on upward through the rest of your body and disperse tightness. Let it bathe your upper back and through your neck into your head. It illuminates your face like sunlight, ridding you of any tension in your mind. The warmth infuses you with calm. Say to yourself, I am calm. I am centered. I am at peace. Now imagine the light returning to the center of your body and the center of your emotions. From there, it radiates out through your skin, flowing down from your head to your toes, and surrounding you with a protective aura. Now you can relax and take a deep breath. Feel the warmth and peace of the light resting in you. And remember that it is always there for you to call upon whenever you need to feel calm. And then whenever you are ready, just open your eyes, take a couple of normal breaths, and then in your own time, sit yourselves back up. Well done, thank you very much for that. I hope you now feel nice and relaxed, de-stressed, re-energized and completely chilled. Thank you for following. Goodbye.